Hey guys, it's Jo, and I am here with Angelic Love Note number 11. 11 already. So this actually came through a couple of days ago, and I've been a little distracted. So compassion is a superpower. They're like, use it. This is like Superman being able to fly. Go ahead and use it. Compassion is a superpower. That was the first thing that came through. Then after that, it was this: compassion is one of the lessons that we come back as humans again and again and again to learn at a deeper and deeper level. And compassion is a tough one for some people. It's really, it's much like forgiveness in that it doesn't mean that you accept harmful behavior. And forgiveness is much for ourselves as for anything else. And compassion is about having compassion for the other person or people and yourself. So it's really about both sides. Then what came through is that compassion is the gateway or stepping stone to unconditional love. So unconditional love is coming up a lot because that's where we are as in a race and as humanity. That's where we're moving towards. And so it is a huge leap to go from our human love to unconditional love, because unconditional love is neutral. There is no judgment. And as humans, we are judging machines. So leaping from conditional love which is our human love, to unconditional love of the divine is a big leap. So compassion helps us along the way. Learning compassion, having compassion for others, having compassion for circumstances, having compassion for ourselves are the stepping stones to get us from human love to the love of the divine. And because that's such a huge leap, it really is. And so this like the idea that compassion, we come back again and again. And the other thing they said was that compassion, we come as younger souls for the first few times around the sun. We come in learning compassion for others. So really, we just learn more and more. And as we're learning, there are opportunities put in front of us. So when you see a circumstance and judge it or judge a person as horrible or wrong or whatever, and not having compassion, then we know that opportunity is going to show up again, just like any other lesson. It's going to keep repeating itself. Circumstances will align so that it's in front of us again, so that we have another opportunity to look at it from a new perspective, from the perspective of compassion. So, and then when we come around the sun a few more times, actually a lot more times, as an older soul, we learn compassion more deeply for ourselves. Because let me tell you, that one, we are usually our harshest judge is against ourselves. We judge ourselves the harshest. We hold ourselves to perfection. We, all of that. So having compassion for self is a totally new dimension, a new perspective to come from and to look at and to have. And it requires a lot of times around the sun, I guess. So more than one incarnation. Then what came up in a conversation the other day was this idea of, much like forgiveness, compassion does not mean that we accept bad behavior. But what would change if we had compassion? If we could see things we never know what somebody else's journey is. We have absolutely no idea, and probably never will, what their contract was, what their soul purpose is, why they arrived this time, why they behave the way they do. We will never know whether they are taking one for the team and pulling forward unconditional love out of more people, or compassion from more people, or if they are simply just free will run amok. We don't know. So the most empowering perspective is always going to be that of love, compassion, empathy, things like that. So compassion is this great tool that moves forward humanity, because when we're having compassion, we are one step closer to unconditional love. And that's where humanity is going. I get that message again and again, that we are moving towards this consciousness that is unconditional love. And we are in that shift now. It's not like the shift is going to happen in the future. We are in the middle of it. So this is the opportunity, where the invitation for today and for the week is to, where can you insert or use your superpower of compassion? Where can you really take a new look from a different perspective on somebody or something, a circumstance or a group of people, where you can have compassion? You can see where, you know what, hurt people, or I don't know what their life is for. I don't know what their life journey is about. I don't know. Most of us have no idea the life path that has been for our neighbor. And even for family members, we often don't know what their life is like for them, because they're seeing it from their perspective. So even if you lived in the same household, two siblings get the same family event, completely different shows up for them. So we really can't assume that we know what's going on for another person. And that's where compassion comes in, is that, you know what, I don't know. I really have no idea where this person, what has transpired in their life, what perspective they're coming from, what soul agreement they had, what, all of that. There's a lot of moving parts. So having compassion for someone is a stepping stone towards unconditional love. And that's the goal. Yeah. So if you have any questions or comments or ahas or whatever, please share them in the comments and let me know what you think. So that was today's Angelic Love Note number 11. Compassion is a superpower. Okay, guys, I love you. Have a fantastic day. Mwah.